Outer space is the space between celestial bodies, including planet Earth. It is not completely empty, but consists of a relativistic vacuum made up of a low density of particles, mostly hydrogen, and helium plasmas, as well as electromagnetic radiation, magnetic fields, and neutrons. Recent observations have shown that it contains dark matter and energy as well. The baseline temperature, determined by the residual radiation from the Big Bang, is 2.7 K. The very low density and high temperature plasma in intergalactic space accounts for the most ordinary baryonic matter in outer space. Local concentrations have been condensed into stars and galaxies. Intergalactic space occupies a larger volume than the universe, and even galaxies and star systems are mostly empty, and planets occupy almost all of the empty space. There is no specific limit that defines the beginning of outer space, but in general, the line, located at an altitude of 100 kilometers above sea level, has been adopted as the beginning of outer space in order to record air measurements, treaties, and agreements related to space. The general framework of international space law was established by the Outer Space Convention, which passed through the United Nations in 1967. This agreement prohibits any country from claiming sovereignty over space, and allows all countries to freely explore space. In 1979, the Moon Convention was put in place, which made the surfaces of the planets and space orbits around them under the authority of the international community. Where other provisions were added to the agreement related to the peaceful use of outer space, prepared by the United Nations, and yet it did not prohibit the deployment of weapons in space, including live tests of anti-satellite missiles. Humans began the exploration of physical space during the 20th century with soaring balloon flights, followed by individual rocket launches on multiple stages. Yuri Gagarin of the Soviet Union was the first to discover the Earth's orbit in 1961 AD, and since then unmanned spacecraft have reached all known planets in the solar system. Because of the high cost of access to space, manned flights did not exceed the limits of the Moon. And in 2012, Voyager 1 became the first man-made spacecraft to reach the interstellar sphere. Reaching low Earth orbit requires speeds of up to 28,100 kilometers per hour, much faster than any conventional vehicle. Outer space also poses a challenging environment suitable for human exploration due to the dangers of double emptiness and radiation. Zero gravity has a detrimental effect on the functions of human organs, leading to muscle atrophy and osteoporosis. Manned space flights have been limited to the low Earth orbit and the Moon, and the vicinity of the solar system for unmanned flights. Outer space is the space between celestial bodies. The remainder of outer space remains inaccessible to humans except for the uses of a telescope. Click subscribe to receive the second part.